Have you ever looked at a humanoid robot or a doll that looks just a little too realistic and felt a sudden wave of disgust? Your skin crawls. You feel a primal urge to get away. This psychological phenomenon is called the Uncanny Valley. It is the feeling of revulsion we experience when we see something that looks human but clearly isn't. But here is the terrifying question that evolutionary biologists have started to ask. Why do we have this instinct? In nature, animals generally do not fear things that look like them. A lion does not panic when it sees a tiger. A wolf does not tremble when it sees a coyote. But humans do. There is a theory that suggests our ancestors didn't develop this fear by accident. We developed it because for hundreds of thousands of years, we shared this planet with other things. Things that looked like us, walked like us, but were not us. And they wanted to kill us. Welcome to Primeval Life. Today, we're exploring the dark history of the human war for survival and the monsters we had to destroy to become the masters of the earth. Chapter 1. The Other Humans. To understand the fear, we have to go back 100,000 years. Today, Homo sapiens are alone. We're the only human species left on Earth. But for most of history, this wasn't true. We lived in a world closer to a fantasy novel, a world filled with dwarves, giants, and elves, except they weren't magical, they were biological. There were the tiny Homo floresiensis, the hobbits, on the islands of Indonesia. There were the mysterious Denisovans in the frozen East, but the most terrifying of all were our closest cousins, the Neanderthals. Pop culture likes to paint Neanderthals as stupid, stumbling cavemen. This is a lie. If you met a Neanderthal today, you wouldn't see a dumb brute. You would see a tank. They were shorter than us, but significantly heavier. Their bones were thick and dense. Their chests were barrel-shaped to hold massive lungs. Their muscles were so powerful that their skeletons often show stress fractures just from the force of their own strength. A modern Olympic wrestler would be snapped in half by an average Neanderthal female. They were built for ambush. They were built for violence. They hunted woolly mammoths with thrusting spears, meaning they had to get close enough to stab a 6-ton beast in the heart. And for thousands of years, these apex predators stood between our ancestors and the safety of Europe. Chapter 2. The First Contact. Imagine you're an early Homo sapiens hunter. You've left the warm savannas of Africa and pushed north into the cold, dark forests of Europe. The trees here are thick, the sun is weak, and in the shadows, you see something watching you. It stands on 2 legs. It has a face like yours, but the brow is heavy, the eyes are deep set, and the jaw is massive. It doesn't speak your language. It doesn't smile. This is the moment the Uncanny Valley was born. For thousands of years, we didn't just coexist with Neanderthals, we competed with them, and inevitably, we fought them. This was a war of attrition that lasted for millennia. We had better projectile weapons, spears we could throw. They had raw power and mastery of the night. Some researchers believe that Neanderthals were predominantly nocturnal predators. Their large eyes suggest they could see better in the dark than we could. Imagine the terror of early humans huddled around a fire, knowing that just beyond the light, there were creatures that looked like men, waiting for the fire to die. This might be why, to this day, humans have an instinctive fear of the dark. We aren't afraid of being alone in the dark. We are afraid that we are not alone. Chapter 3. The Genocide. So where did they go? Neanderthals ruled Europe for 300,000 years. They survived ice ages that would kill a modern human in a day. And yet, shortly after Homo sapiens arrived in large numbers, the Neanderthals vanished. For a long time, scientists said it was climate change, or maybe we just outbred them. But recent discoveries paint a much darker picture. In caves across France and Spain, archaeologists have found Neanderthal bones mixed with the bones of reindeer and bison. But these human-like bones tell a horrific story. They have cut marks on them, distinct marks made by stone tools. The long bones were smashed open to get to the marrow inside. The skulls were cracked. These weren't burial rites. This was butchery. Our ancestors didn't just kill the Neanderthals. In many cases, we ate them. It goes both ways. In a cave in France, evidence suggests a group of Neanderthals captured, killed, and ate a group of Homo Sapiens. This was a war of monsters, and we were the scarier monster. We were faster, we were smarter, and we were ruthless. We pushed them into the mountains, we took their caves, we took their hunting grounds. And eventually, the last Neanderthal died, alone in a cave in Gibraltar, looking out at the ocean. So, let's go back to that feeling, the uncanny valley. Why does a human-like face that isn't quite human terrify us? Perhaps it is a biological warning system, a genetic memory passed down from a time when a human face didn't mean friend. It meant a predator. It meant a creature that was stronger than you, faster than you, and hungry for your flesh. We are the survivors of a prehistoric cage match. We are the only ones left because we were the most dangerous thing in the forest. The reason we fear the monster in the dark is because we remember when the monsters were real. If you enjoyed this journey into the darkness of human history, hit that subscribe button. Next week, we're diving back into the ocean to find the creature that made the megalodon look like a goldfish. You do not want to miss it. Thanks for watching Primeval.